Welcome to Alberta Conservation Association's Harvest Your Own podcast, the resource for everything hunting, navigating through the field, the butcher shop, and the kitchen. Life is all about great food. Let's get started.
Welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, Brad Fenson, an avid outdoor enthusiast who has worked as a freelance journalist, photographer, and public speaker for over 3 decades. I have hunted, fished, and foraged all my life and hope to share my passion for the outdoors. Along the way, I want to encourage everyone to harvest wild proteins and enjoy the satisfaction of providing the next meal for your family. Our goal is to educate, entertain, and inspire individuals to get outdoors and create a connection between food, health, and your future meals. Welcome to Harvest Your Own. Today I've got some unique guests to talk to. I've spent a little bit of time with them in the outdoors. I think they like it, but I guess the only way to find out is to ask them. Who is here today? Let's start on my left. Who are you?
Maya and Fenson.
Oh, very nice. And what do you love to do in your spare time, Maya?
Fishing.
Fishing. Do you ever catch any big ones?
Yeah. Last time we went ice fishing, I caught the hugest one.
Nice. Yeah. Do you ever catch any in the open water? Like out of a boat?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Any big ones?
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Do you remember the one at Squatigan?
Yeah.
And how big was it?
Very big. And we made eyeball soup at Squatigan.
Yeah, that was fun. Who's at the far end of the table?
Adeline Fenson.
Oh, say that again, please.
Adeline Fenson.
How was Adeline today?
Good.
Now, what do you like what do you like to do in your free time?
Fishing.
Just fishing? Okay.
And a zip line.
Oh, you like a zip line. What's a zip line? Oh, it's a crazy thing we have in our backyard, right? Tied to the trees, about 10 feet off the ground. Uh-huh. And you grab onto a handle and zip across the yard?
Yeah.
And giggle and laugh and then jump off?
Yeah.
Okay. What else do you like to do outdoors?
Fishing.
Fishing. Do you have a favorite fish to catch?
Pike.
Pike. Yeah, you seem to always catch the pike too, don't you? Yeah, you got to say it. We can't hear your head nodding, but yeah, pike are your fish, aren't they?
Yeah.
All right. Who else have we got here?
Mama Bear Fenson.
Mama Bear. Stefanie. We've had her on the podcast before. She's been active. So we often go outside and do things as a family, don't we?
Yeah.
Do you know when that actually started?
No.
You were about, 18 months is the first hunting trip I remember taking you on. It was with the Zimmerlings, and we went goose and duck hunting one evening. And Addy didn't even have full vocabulary yet as a 2-year-old, approaching 2. But you carried ducks and geese and threw them over your shoulder and grunted and groaned, and we have some great video of that. Great memories. You probably don't remember that, though. Oh, you're pointing to phone. Show me a picture, right? Yes, we can go through those for sure. What about you, Maya? Do you remember any of those trips?
Kind of.
Kind of? You were pretty small. We actually took a snow goose feather and put it in your hair and took pictures of you. Do you remember that?
No.
No. You know what you did then that you still do today?
What?
You emptied every shotgun shell box in the blind and then wanted to put them all back in the box.
I know anytime I go hunting with Uncle Dave, I always sort them.
Yes, sort them by color, size, and put them away properly.
And I also like to do shapes, and once we're finished the hunt, then I always put them back in order.
Right. Mom, do you remember all these trips?
I do.
And what's most memorable?
Oh, I remember when Maya and Addy would take the empty shells and fill them with dirt, and you guys made pizza. Do you remember making pizza on the chair out of dirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of. I don't really remember that.
I remember you filling empty shot shells with peas and stuff when we were hunting in the peas.
I know that one, but I forget the dirt.
Yes. Yeah.
I remember the dirt.
The dirt? Yes.
I remember one trip with the dirt. I did it when I was like 4.
4. Yeah.
You also did some when we were 5.
And how old are you now?
6.
6. So you've been doing this a lot of years already.
In my birthday is April 24th.
Yep. Nice.
And you're going to be how old?
7 years old.
Yeah. And Addy, you're the same, right? Mm-hmm. How come?
Because we're twins.
Twins. Twin trouble or twin adventurers in the outdoors, right?
Both.
Yes, both. Yeah, so we started off young. Actually, I think before you were even a year old, I used to take you for walks on the acreage here on the trails, and I would put you in my backpack, and you would stand in it. And before we got back, you'd normally have fallen asleep, and you'd be sleeping soundly in the backpack.
I actually kind of remember that.
You probably do from the photos. Yeah. And so I think you grew up enjoying the outdoors, getting some fresh air. And I remember like going shed antler hunting with you.
That's really fun.
Yeah? What's so fun about it?
I was born this way. Sometimes I found my own antlers and I get to keep them in my room.
Yes, you do. You have several in there, don't you? It's pretty exciting when you find one, isn't it?
I only have one from Dad.
Yeah. But you found several of your own. And Maya, have you ever
But
found
where
one?
are they? Tons.
Tons.
Dad, but where are they?
I think they're on your dresser.
No, I moved them.
Oh, well.
Are they up there?
Oh, they might be. We'll have to
maybe,
look.
yeah.
There's some up there.
What do you look for when you go shed hunting?
We look for antlers.
Yeah, and we follow the trails where they've been walking, right? Yeah. So every time we go outdoors, it's kind of a learning lesson too, isn't it?
Yeah.
And maybe it's a little bit fun because we always took the toboggans or sleighs and found a hill. And what else would we do when we're shed antler hunting?
And we're also in grade 1, and
Yep.
soon we're going to be in grade 2.
Yes, I hope so. So, in order to do all these outdoor things, we're going to talk about more of the outdoor activities we've done from the time you were 1, 18 months, coming on 2, and forward. But what makes it fun?
Everything?
Everything. What about you, Addy? What makes it fun for you?
I just have fun.
Yeah. Is it important to have lots of snacks when we go?
No.
No. Oh, what
I
about
beg
you,
to
Maya?
differ.
I always love snacks.
Me too.
I think that's one of the best things is packing a lunch to go or even pack it to make lunch when we're in the
The
field.
most fun thing is we could also bring our lunch kits.
Yes, you could.
I have a little bag of it, but I don't use it anymore.
Yes. What's the one thing that drives Dad crazy when we're out doing things? Do you know?
Can we all answer?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Noise.
Well, sometimes when we're hunting, right?
Finding antlers.
Finding
Anytime you find chocolate, you really want to eat it, but you can't.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good one. Actually, the one that drives me crazy, we did it the other day coming home from ice fishing. You guys sing Katy Perry songs at the top of your lungs in the back seat. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah?
What song were you singing?
Roar.
Roar. Oh, yes. That. How could I forget?
Because that's our favorite Katy Perry song, and we always remember it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I assimilate.
My favorite is, it's a different one, but I forget the name.
You forget.
Daycare, up the swings with Quincy, Emerson, Brindley. We all swinged as high. We did double dating. We all sung that song at once.
Wow, that's crazy. You know when I remember you singing it? When you're extremely happy and you've had a great day. When we were out fishing the other day, the sunset, we got some beautiful pictures of you in the sunset holding up some walleye. But both of you were saying, I don't want to go home. I want to stay out here. Do you think most kids are like that?
No.
No. Why? Because a lot of times they don't bring the right gear. They might get cold. It's not always fun. They just want to go home and do something different. Yeah. But what makes it fun when we're out there?
Getting the most fish.
Oh,
Running and sliding on the ice. Last time we were out there,
Yeah.
I caught the hugest, and Dad caught 9, and I caught 3, and Addy caught 3.
you didn't have to tell everyone that I caught none. What are you laughing about? Addy, did you end up catching some?
Yeah,
Who caught the last one of the day?
me.
You. That figures. Mom, what do you like most about our outdoor activities?
Besides the snacks?
Yes, beside the snacks.
Spending time as a family. We can do it together. Go for walks, go for a drive, talk about things we see out the window.
Does it take extra planning?
A little bit.
Yeah, like
Yep.
what?
And sometimes once we're far away, like when we were going on to squat again,
Yep.
I almost fell asleep on the plane.
Wow, you've been on an airplane too?
Yeah. Once I went to a lake, I got a big fish with a kid fishing rod. It stole my hook, and then Dad caught the exact same one and got my hook back.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we were walleye fishing, and you had a big pike come and surprise you. Yes. What do you think Mom and Dad have to do to make these things work? We have to plan ahead, right? Extra clothes, maybe. If it's cold, extra mitts, maybe a change of socks,
Yep.
maybe even extra boots.
Always.
It often means a lot of extra packing.
Also, a jacket, definitely.
Yes, definitely.
Depend-
But we always seem to make it work, right?
You bet.
Yep. And even for some long trips, have you guys ever been to the ocean?
Yes.
How many days did it take to get there?
2.
Two long days, didn't it? And did you let Dad reel in all your fish?
No.
You got to be kidding. How old were you?
6.
No, you weren't 6. You were younger than that. It wasn't
5.
this year. 5? Yes. And how did you get the fish into the boat?
We had electric reel.
What kind of fish did you bring in with the electric reel?
But I remember how Mom caught
halibut.
octopus.
Halibut.
It scared me so much.
Yeah, she
the
did.
octopus.
I caught
And
a halibut, and I think I got a salmon.
Yeah, several salmon and some lingcod.
and Jason caught a stingray. Escaped.
Wow.
But we couldn't
Escaped,
keep
that's
it.
correct.
We couldn't keep it.
Yeah,
They
but-
sting.
Well, and their tail, they've got a stinger. Yes, you got to be careful. But we had fun, and you know what? At 5 years old, we had the right equipment. We made sure we took specialized reels that were electric reels, and you
You
used
still
those.
have the electric reels?
No, we borrowed them. But the next day, you said, I don't want the electric reel. And we actually gave you the level winds, and you guys, it took you forever to crank them
But
in.
you also gave me one, and then I needed lots of help to reel it in.
Actually, you didn't. You reeled it in yourself. Addie had a fish on one side, you had the other, and we got videos of you. You'd stop reeling in and go see how your sister's doing, then come back and reel some more. And nobody cared, right? We just made it fun and let you reel in the fish at your own time.
I don't think any fish came off.
No, they didn't. They all got to the boat.
How big were our hooks?
Well, I think your hooks were pretty big, but we
The
think,
bait, I remember how big it was.
yeah.
Big.
I remember you laying on the deck of the boat beside your halibut, and it was like the same size as you. Huh? And people say, oh, she's only 5. She couldn't catch that. What do you say,
I did catch it.
Maya?
And I remember when at Squatigan Lake, we had these like little rods, and at the front dock where the
Minnows.
rocks are, we caught like tiny pike. Wait, not pike.
No.
I forget what
Perch.
type of
Perch.
fish.
Some little perch and a couple whitefish, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just making,
We also
Like-
saw a really, it's like a medium-sized perch.
yeah. Yeah, you got some bigger
I
ones,
almost caught it. Well, it got on my rod, but it came off.
too. Yes, before you got it to shore, yeah.
This podcast is produced for Harvest Your Own, a program dedicated to those who want to reconnect with food and health through their experiences outdoors. HarvestYourOwn.ca is a resource for individuals to learn more about hunting and the outdoors. There's information to get you started and ensure that your compass stays pointed in the right direction to be successful. Where's your next meal coming from?
So you've been fishing lots and hunting. Like I mentioned, we went with the Zimmerlings when you were 18 months old. We didn't shoot a lot of birds. Maya got tired. I carried you back to the truck. Mom stayed and did some hunting, but we always tend to manage things to make it work out, right? And then, have you ever been on a big game hunt? Like a big animal?
Once?
What was it? Mom had a special draw for a
Moose.
moose. Correct. Did we see any moose?
Yes. It
Oh.
was ginormous, and I helped cut it.
Yes. So
I also helped cut it.
some people might think we're crazy, but you were right in the field with us. Mom was nervous. She'd never hunted moose before. She got a draw, and we found a moose first thing in the morning, did a careful stalk, and bang, right? Had a shot.
Did she use a bow or?
She used a rifle. But then we gave the moose some time. We actually sat in the truck for half an hour and went for a little drive around just to give it some time, right? Do you remember that?
To settle down because it was still a lot. It was moving around.
A little bit. So, but when we went in, you guys were ultra quiet. Do you remember that? You had to be very quiet, and
Why do we have to be
followed
very
the tracks.
quiet?
Well, we didn't want to spook it away if it was still around, right? But we tracked it to its bed, and Mom finished it off. And what did we do next? How did we get it out of the trees? That was a huge moose. You can't just pick it up, can you?
We cut it up and we put it in bags, and then me and Maya and everyone else helped.
How does a kid manage to help with a moose? Are you kidding me?
That's funny.
We're strong.
Yeah. What did you do?
Threw
Don't
it
remember?
around our shoulder.
Yep. Mom, what did we do with your moose?
We quartered it.
We actually deboned most of it.
We deboned most of it, and the kids helped even take, the back straps and stuff like that and carry those out, and the rest of it we put in game bags and took it out on the backpacks.
Yeah. No.
Made a few trips.
I think our girls aren't quite normal. Do you think you're a normal kid?
Yes.
Oh, okay. But when we were cutting up the moose, did you go, oh, yuck, I want to go back to the truck?
No.
No. You said, can I do that? Who cut the meat out of the ribs?
Me.
Who sawed one of the back legs off?
Me.
Well, who did all the work out there?
Me.
Oh, I hear that in stereo. Does that mean both of you helped out?
Yeah.
How did that meat get out of the bush back to our truck?
We
Me and
helped
Addy
each other.
helped it.
Right. So we put it in bags, we put it in a backpack, and we took turns carrying it. And you guys actually carried some of it out too, didn't you? What was the worst part about carrying meat out of the bush?
It got all over.
No. Do you remember the rose bushes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. What happened?
I got thorns on my legs.
Yeah. So what did we have to do? We had to be real careful, right? And wear gloves and push them out of the way.
Or just kick them and stomp on them.
Yeah. And then sometimes they bounce up and get you back. But it's funny how we learn little things like how to avoid the rose bushes after getting a thorn once, right? Yeah. Is that part of the learning process?
Yeah.
Tell me, how hard is it to cut off a moose's leg? Is it like...
Not hard at all.
No? What did you do it with? Did you have a handsaw?
Yes.
Yeah. Did it take like 5 seconds or was it a couple minutes?
Couple minutes.
Yeah. You didn't get tired?
No.
Oh, man, you guys are tough. So we got the moose back, took it home. I don't know if all kids do this. Who helped cut it up?
Me.
Right, because we do it as a family, don't we?
Yeah.
What's involved in terms of putting all of your meat away for the rest of the year? Cut steaks, roasts. Who runs the grinder with the foot pedal?
Me.
Yeah. Now, do you use your hand close to it or do you use the plunger?
Use the plunger.
Yeah, because you never put your hands close to the auger, right? So it's funny, at 6 years old, you know the rules and you can do it safely, really?
Yeah.
Oh, how did you learn that?
From Dad.
Oh, what about Mom? Does Mom help?
Not really.
Not really.
Oh, come on. Mom, do you help?
Of course I help.
Right. Who does most of the wrapping?
Me.
Oh, I thought you guys were more of the package markers and Mom did all of the wrapping.
Oh, yeah.
I did some wrapping.
Did you?
I did none.
No.
I think on Mom's moose, I did a couple wrapping.
Yeah. So when you package these things and mark them, how do you know which ones are steaks or eye of round? Do you draw pictures on them or do you just write the word?
We write the word, or we can also draw the picture and write the word.
Right.
Or just draw the picture.
And you've done that before?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Maya?
I haven't drawn a picture before, but I wrote the word a ton.
Yeah. So you guys actually went into the field, helped shoot a moose, carry it out of the bush, take it home, process it, turn it into steaks, roast, burgers, wrap it up, mark it, and then put it in the freezer?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to help cook it?
No.
I thought you guys helped make sausages and help
yes,
with the
yes,
barbecue
yes.
and make stir fries and used your polymer knives to cut up all the vegetables.
Yes.
So, it's a good tip for other people that want to get their kids involved. Mom found those polymer knives on Amazon, which are good for cutting things except kids' hands. So at 3 years old, I think you started to be the sous chefs. And you would help cut up the peppers.
Did we do that once we were 2?
I think we didn't get them till year 3.
Yeah, we didn't get them when we were 2.
I think we got them once we were 4.
Anyways, I think it was 3. And the point is, you'd use it to cut up lots of the stuff when we're cooking.
Except meat, because it cannot do meat.
I was just going to say, when we have pizza night, you normally cut up the ham and pineapples to put on your pizza.
Except ham's thin.
Right. So there are some meats that knives cut. Anyway, if people want to get their kids involved with helping them cook and understand how to make a meal, would you recommend they look up what those polymer knives are?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Now, have you ever been on a bird hunt?
Yes.
Oh, what kind?
Snow goose,
Ducks.
Canada geese.
And my most favorite bit is making ducklets.
Ducklets?
Mine
Do you
too.
guys actually eat the stuff that we hunt?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's pretty cool. Now, what's the good part about a bird hunt? Is it lots of fun or is it boring?
It's lots of fun. We also get to carry in lots of birds.
Yes, if we're successful.
Sometimes we bring a dog
Sometimes, when Uncle Mario's here or someone else, or the Zemmerlings.
or Uncle Dave.
Yeah. What do you like about it, Maya?
Mostly everything.
Mostly everything. You know, we had a big snow goose hunt last year, and both girls picked up over 100 snow geese.
Yeah, I know.
What was the best part?
I picked up 4 at once.
Yeah, you had 6 at once. I got a picture of you running back. Your hands were full. 3 in each hand.
Well, I dropped one,
Oh, okay, then it was 5.
but then I got back up.
Yes, but there was a lot of geese, wasn't there?
Yeah. No, you mean snow goose?
Yes.
I remember when me and Addy were 5,
Yep.
and what happened was the goose was still alive.
Yeah. Mom, do they only do this kind of stuff when Dad's around, or can they handle it on their own?
We can handle it on our own.
Oh, you're not going to let Mom answer that one? Mom, what happened? I was gone out of town last year, and a rough grouse flew into our window during hunting season.
Yeah, it made a big boom.
And I used my knife
For what?
To cut it
cut the
out.
grass up.
Oh, how you at
Yes.
5 years old cut up a grouse? How did you do that?
Easy.
We have our own knives.
Yes, but you got to be very careful with them, right?
Yes.
Do you ever take them to school?
No.
Of course not, because you know the rules. You're allowed to have them, but we only use them for certain things, right? Yeah. You ever make a hot dog stick?
Yeah.
Do you ever roast marshmallows?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds like fun stuff to do in the outdoors.
Camping's a lot of fun, especially when Auntie came that time and she had a tent.
And we get to slip in it. And we heard an animal like right behind our tent. And we were so scared. But we did not wake up. We just kept very quiet. A good thing we had our stuffies though.
Yeah, no kidding. Mom, what do you like most about the outdoors?
What happened on that camp trip was
Yeah.
the creepiest. There was a thunderstorm.
Oh, that big thunderstorm, yep.
We had to move over to our camper.
Do you remember when we went goose hunting with the Zimmerlings last fall and it poured rain on us and we had to carry all the decoys and blinds and everything out on our back?
In the mud.
In the mud.
No?
No.
But you know what? It was miserable and it was cold. But you know what I remember?
What?
Everyone was giggling and covered in mud. How do you make that fun?
Teamwork.
We
Yes.
just laugh.
Yeah, because you just have to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think most adults do that, or they like complain and don't want to?
They most do that.
They most do that. Yeah.
Some don't, some do.
Yeah. Mom, what's your favorite family outdoor activity?
Besides camping,
Yes.
boy, I just like it all. Whether it's fishing or going to the beach or going for a hike.
My favorite is beach and fishing.
Yeah.
My favorite's beach, hunting, fishing,
Yeah.
everything.
Last year we got our own canoes and we haven't even used them yet. And they're the
We gotta
exact
go
same color as our
kayak.
night.
We gotta go kayaking
Yes.
with Auntie, except with our canoes.
Absolutely. We'll make sure we get all that done. Girls, have you got any advice for other families? Like maybe some families don't take their kids on everything they do outdoors.
That's because they don't have enough money or something.
Well, what if they do have enough money, but they don't think the kids could handle it? What would you tell them? Should they take their kids with them?
Yes.
Sure.
Why?
Because
It's fun outside.
we need them to learn from the outdoors.
Yeah. And do we take iPads and phones with us, or do we let the birds and the flowers entertain us?
Let
Yeah.
the birds and flowers
Yeah.
entertain.
Do you know your birds?
Yes.
So when we're standing in the driveway and we hear different noises,
Snow geese.
oh, and then we hear those big gray birds fly over that are doing big circles. What are those? Cranes? You ever hear the cranes?
Yes.
Yes. I remember we had company over here and you were in the driveway pointing up saying, oh, they're sandhill cranes. They're speckle bellies. They're like, how does she know that? How do you know the different birds?
Because I realize the sound.
Right.
seen
Because
them
you've been
before.
around them a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This podcast was made possible by Alberta Conservation Association and the Harvest Your Own community. If you're interested in harvesting your own food, There's a comprehensive collection of information to gain insight and knowledge. Head to the field, harvest your own protein, prepare it, and taste the results. HarvestYourOwn.ca is a library of information from getting started and geared up to processing, butchering, and cooking wild game to make the connection between health and food.
Mom, what would you tell other families that have kids that maybe haven't immersed them in the outdoor activities as a family?
I'd say it's never too late to start. And as long as you have, I think, a willing attitude and lots of snacks
And the right gear.
Then you could try just about anything. And you never have to push it too far. So if you start something and you find out, the weather's changed and now it's yucky, or someone's too tired or not feeling good or hungry or whatever, you can always go home and try again another day. So.
Right. Do we always get something when we go?
No, not always.
No, we don't, do we? Sometimes we just go out, but we still enjoy it, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So what do you do on the trips when we don't get anything?
We just try again another day.
Yeah. But you don't have any apple juice or anything left when we go home, do you?
No.
No. What about you, Maya? I think Addie's been on a few more deer hunts than me, but what is it you'd like to do next?
Well, I definitely know that outdoors are our thing.
Yeah? Are they your thing? That's good. But do you know what you'd want to do next? Have you ever camped on a frozen lake overnight?
Yes.
No. Wait, yes.
Yes. What
I
happened?
spin Maya's spinny chair and I made her go in the lake.
Yeah. How did that happen? How did you go in the lake when it's covered in ice?
Because there's fishing holes.
Oh, a fishing hole. So your sister spun you right into the fishing hole?
Yeah.
Is that what sisters do?
Yeah, kind of.
Was it fun?
Yes.
No, I was freezing cold after.
Yeah. Do you remember what one of the most funny things was in the middle of the night?
No.
I don't think you guys woke up.
No, they didn't.
What happened, Mom?
The bell rang when we were there. Everybody was sleeping, but we left one rod in with the bell on to see if we could catch a burbot.
Yeah. And you know what happens when you have a bell and you're catching a burbot?
What?
It wakes you up in the middle of the night and you call it a ding-a-ling. 'Cause some people call burbot ling.
Who woke up? Who woke up to get it?
Well, it was beside me, but I didn't hear it first. What happened, Mom?
Well, I heard the bell go off, and then Dad tried to get out of his sleeping bag, but he got all tangled up. And eventually...
I reached over my head, set the hook with my hand, and then got out of the sleeping bag.
That's right.
And reeled it in.
Priorities.
And you girls didn't even wake up.
No.
But it was a pretty special trip.
Yeah.
Did you catch a burbot?
Yes.
How big was it?
And they made like cabins out of ice.
Yeah, the cabins that go on the ice. Do you remember the plexiglass in the roof that we could see the stars and the northern lights at night?
Yes.
was
No,
pretty
I
cool,
don't
wasn't it?
remember it.
No?
No.
And the wood stove? We had a wood stove in there?
Oh yeah, I remember that. She sat in front of that when I spun her in the spinning chair.
Yes. So all of those are great adventures,
Because
aren't
it is warm, and it's good to actually have a heater or something for your hands if you get cold.
they? Absolutely. Yeah.
And we stayed overnight.
Yes. It was a lot of fun.
Only
wasn't it?
one trip, I think we stayed overnight.
Yeah. We're going to go again this winter, though, aren't we?
And we also have like that hunting thing. It's like a chair, except very huge, and I use that as my bed.
Yeah. Do you guys ever think about hunting and fishing like for the whole year?
Yes.
In the springtime, fishing opens up, we go out. And in the summer, we fish. And in the fall, we switch
Yes.
over to birds. And big
Sometimes
game.
I ask when it's not hunting season,
You want to go.
I want to go.
Right.
And I want to go to Cliff and Shirley's a lot of times.
Right. Me too.
To go shed
And
hunting.
soon we're old enough to shoot again.
Yeah. But we have something we do every month, don't we?
Yeah.
It's not like part of the year we're active and then we just sit at home. Mom, what's your favorite activities?
Well, the fishing. Fishing is awesome because we can do it when it's warm out and we can go on the boat, or we can fish off the shore when we don't, just to make it easy when we don't have a lot of gear. And we can do it in the wintertime too.
Right. So fishing's always good.
Yeah.
And do you like the hunting?
Oh, the hunting's awesome. Yeah.
And what's your favorite?
Hunting, we don't get to go all the time because it's not hunting season.
Not always. No, that's right. Sometimes we just
But
go
the
look at
funnest
them.
thing is we get to
just
jump
go-
off off the boat.
Yeah, when we go fishing, we do make it fun, right?
And the dock.
Do you guys have any questions you'd like to ask your mom about the outdoors?
My very favoriteest thing to hunt is turkeys, but it'll be a few more years before I can draw a turkey
Yes.
here
How come?
in Alberta. But other than that,
How come, Dad?
Because it takes a long time to draw a license.
besides that was the moose. That was a big highlight for me.
Yes, lots of fun.
And let's not forget that you girls started hunting even before you were born, because Mom had an elk tag, late season antlerless elk, and this was in January, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is January before you were born, and it was very, very cold. And Dad and I went hunting. So I was 6 months pregnant with you, and you went on your first hunt.
Elk hunt. Maybe that's why you like the outdoors so
Must
much.
be.
Eh?
Maybe. Well, we didn't get to see the elk or anything.
No, not then. But everything else you've been part of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what did we do here recently? We cleaned up the freezers and took a bunch of extra meat. And both you did what with it?
We cooked some of it. We ate some of it.
And you guys each made a batch of sausage.
We each made a batch of jerky and sausage.
Yeah, we did the jerky too. But are you kidding me?
Jerky's really fun.
How do 6-year-old girls know how to make sausage?
We just practice a lot with you.
Right. So afterwards, when we linked it all up and you held it up, what did I tell you to pose and do?
Do a funny face and then a smiling face.
Right. I said, okay, give me your silly sausage grin. Remember? And you made the funny faces?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we had lots of family over.
And we made huge, ginormous lines of sausage.
Links of sausage, right? And then we cut them
There's
apart.
a
And
double
who
jerky
packaged
gun,
all those?
and there's a double
purchased
jerky gun
some,
where
and Dad and Addy did some.
Right. So I think Addy made
we
farmer
have-
sausage or breakfast sausage?
breakfast.
And you made the farmers.
Yeah.
And it both turned out great. And then we got the jerky guns going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys had dueling jerky guns.
Yeah.
What'd you do with it?
So there's a double jerky gun,
Yeah.
and there's
A single.
a single.
But the funniest bit about it is this video, Dad did it, and
Yeah, and I
he's
keep on
using
saying, and I'm using the double gun at the start
And
bit,
she's like,
and I say,
"It's not coming out."
It's not coming out.
Well, it sounds like you girls are well in tune with the outdoors and you love going. You actually help your family out a lot. You sometimes catch more fish than the rest of us.
Yes, sometimes Dad catches none, and we catch all.
And that's your favorite day, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh.
and the funnest bit is when we went fishing with someone, and I caught like the hugest fish.
Yes. Because you always catch the big one, Maya.
Austin came with us, and I'm like, uh-oh.
You caught so many fish you fell asleep on the way home.
It was tiring.
Yeah.
And it started raining after we were in the pontoon boat. Me and Maya started to get really cold.
Yep.
We got underneath our towel.
But it's funny you don't remember that first. You remember the big fish you caught.
I remember
No, I don't.
both.
Yeah.
I remember basically both. The most fishing trip which I was remembering always is two actually. Once we went to the ocean and Squatterton Lake.
Yeah.
And where the bats flew into that the
Cabin where we eat lunch and
where Maya
breakfast
forgot her
and stuff.
pajamas. Where Maya forgot her
Yeah.
pajamas.
But the bats were interesting, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah,
Pretty
there's
cool.
2, and the guys try to get them with their hats.
Yeah. Now, how many other kids do you think have ever seen a bat?
Probably.
I remember Emerson, she told me the story, and she has a cabin, and whenever she went in it, a bat flew in,
Wow.
like
Do you,
1 or 2.
do you think kids that don't see things like bats are missing anything?
Kind of. Yeah.
Kind of? Because it's interesting to see everything and what role they play, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to wrap things up here. I want you to give me some advice. Mom, any advice for parents that want to take their kids out?
It's just to have fun. Do whatever you need to do to make it fun. Dad always has this special secret stash of chocolate bars and other treats that, you know, it's just one way to make it fun and exciting. And you guys get excited about that, don't you? That you might get a chocolate bar or something while you're out. Makes it special. It makes the outing special. And the other, you know, piece of advice that I would give to people is include your kids in all the preparation and deciding what snacks to bring and getting everything together, all of the little stuff, because it makes them feel like they're more a part of it. And that's something that I am incredibly lucky to have in Brad and your dad, because he makes you guys help out with lots of stuff. It makes it exciting, from the sausages to the meat wrapping to the snacks and all that stuff, right? You girls love helping out, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes after we do really hard work, sometimes Dad gives us a bubbly and some chocolate.
Me to
there.
bubbly?
Yes.
The age-old debate. Is it bubbly or bubbly?
Okay, the last piece of advice. What's
be
your
both.
favorite thing to eat?
Ducklets.
Ducklets. And what do you do with fish?
Wait,
Fish
back up.
Fish
What's
witch.
a ducklet?
Dad
Then explain to the
learned,
listeners
a
what's a
special
ducklet.
sauce.
We make it into a cutlet
We make it into a cutlet.
and
So
bread it.
I always mostly
we
like
always
to do the
bread it.
dirty things.
Yeah.
So I love
during
doing
the-
egging.
Once we're doing the fish, my sister almost always does the egging. I do the flour. Dad passes us the fish. Look back, and then you guys can see the video where we made ducklets.
Right. So we always work as a team, don't we? It's not like Dad just makes supper. We work as a team. We make the cutlets. We dredge them in flour. We dip them in egg. We put them in breading. Everyone has a job. And what comes out the other end? Cutlets, ducklets.
Cutlet.
And then we fry them up and we put them in a special sauce that makes them super tasty.
But we don't do that often. Only when the duck
Probably
season
only
is
once it's our birthday.
It's a special treat, isn't it, Eddie?
Easter, Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving,
But my
Christmas,
most favorite is Christmas, because then we get the
Father's
most ducklets.
Day, Mother's Day.
Yes.
My most favorite probably once we almost always get, I think ducklets is our birthday.
Yeah. I only have one wish.
What is it?
I wish that my girls always enjoy the outdoors with their family and that you always want to go
We always want to do that.
and that we always have fun and enjoy it and can't wait to plan the next adventure.
I can't wait already.
So the message that we want to send people is go outdoors,
Yes.
do it as a family,
Yes.
find ways to love it and enjoy it,
Yes.
and always plan the next adventure when you're finishing one.
Yes.
It's good for the soul.
All right.
And I really like going outdoors.
That's good. Thanks for sharing your story.
That was really fun to listen to.
We hope to inspire people to reconnect with nature and appreciate where your food comes from by harvesting your own. For more information on getting started or to learn specifics about the Field to Fork experience, visit harvestyourown.ca and follow on Facebook and Instagram. Check back often for new material, recipes, and videos that are posted regularly. Please subscribe to Harvest Your Own podcast and take the time to rate and review the show to help us build a dedicated core of passionate hunters as our regular audience. Until next time, embrace the outdoors and all it has to offer. Thanks for joining us.